Remember a few years ago when Nintendo came out and announced the Nintendo NX, and a lot of people was like, just put your games on different platforms, become a third-party developer, don't worry about being in the hardware business, don't worry about doing any of that stuff. All your IPs are super good, but the hardware you put them on are dead. Save for the 3DS that is having a sputtering life because people do not want to go out and play with their systems on the go, except if you're in Japan. And guess what? That's all changed. What up, everybody? It's your boy Gaming Forte, back at it with another video. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. It definitely helps out the channel a lot. But Nintendo has won NPD once again. It has toppled PlayStation and Xbox, and not only has it beat those systems, Nintendo is claiming that it has sold pretty much 2/3 of all hardware sold in the United States of America. That is 66% of all the hardware sold was a Nintendo product. That goes across their 3DS line, their Switch line, and their Super NES line, and that is really good. A lot of people left Nintendo dead in the water a few years ago just because they didn't know how to market their system, they didn't have good third-party support. All those things was super against Nintendo, and it looks like they are hitting on all cylinders in spades with the Switch. They have had a major release every month pretty much since the Switch has come out, and it doesn't show any signs of slowing down with a lot of the stuff that's coming on the horizon, which this month Mario Odyssey comes out on the 27th, and that's probably going to end up being one of the best selling games of the year and most likely a big contender for game of the year. But what about the other platforms? We already know Nintendo's doing super well right now, but what's going to happen in November? Because that is the key date that a lot of people, especially on other platforms like PlayStation and Xbox, are really looking forward to. You got PlayStation out to the biggest lead of any generation so far, outpacing even the PlayStation 2. That is something that is incredible for that system, but can they sustain it? And that's going to be the real key. What about Xbox? They have a whole bunch of bundles coming out. They got a Minecraft bundle, a Shadow War bundle, a Rocket League bundle, a Game Pass bundle. There is a bundle for everyone when it comes to Microsoft. And if they can get that price down to $200, man, look out. And that's even before you get to November 7th when the Beast comes out, the Xbox One X. And that is going to be the system that all of the hardcore Xbox fans are going to line up in line to get on day one or get at midnight at their local GameStop or have it shipped to them on Amazon. Now, a lot of gamers in the Xbox community are really looking at the Xbox One X as that rare sparrow that's going to come out and basically just resurrect the Xbox platform. And I don't know if it's going to resurrect it, but I do think it's going to infuse a lot of juice back into the veins of this system, because right now Xbox One is not doing the best. A lot of it has to do because a lot of people are waiting for the new system to come out, so sales are just down all across the board. And I'm hoping that Microsoft has stock to be able to put the system into as many houses as possible, because that's what it's going to take to win November. And then you're just right back to the Nintendo Switch and what they're doing and how amazing that is. But guess what? We're going to talk about who's going to win NPD for the month of November and maybe possibly December too. But we're going to talk about all those systems, how they can win it, how they can lose it. And we're going to start with Sony. Sony is already in the lead. Sony is the market leader when it comes to games right now. They're probably the #1 most requested system that's on the market too, because a lot of people already have a PlayStation. So when their friends get them, they say, hey, get a PlayStation 2. So it really sells even better off word of mouth. Now, PlayStation has a great chance of winning November and December, mostly just because of that. Gamers are going to recommend to other gamers about the PlayStation platform, but they have a great opportunity to win November and December just because of that. Friends are going to be recommending other friends pick up a PlayStation because they have them. On top of that, GT Sport just got released. Knack 2 just came out earlier in September. That game's not doing as well because it came out too close to a behemoth named Destiny 2, but GT Sport's going to sell really good in Europe because that's the type of game that they like over there. And it's also going to sell pretty good over here. Gran Turismo games are a system seller. They're known to put up numbers. There's a lot of systems out there for people to buy it on, but I really don't know how many more people are going to be buying systems just for GT Sport because so many people already have systems. So that's why I think they can win the NPD in those months, but this is the reason I don't think they can win it. And the biggest thing comes down to everybody has one already. There's still a lot of people out there that can buy a PlayStation 4, but there's way more people that can buy other systems than just PlayStation. So I think PlayStation has a really good chance of winning, but it really comes down to how many more people want that system than any other system. They're almost at 70 million systems sold, which puts them super close to what they did for PS3, which is only another 13 million away. And we believe they're going to blow past that. I don't know about beating the PlayStation 2 numbers with over 150 million sold. That may not happen. I don't think that's ever going to happen again, but Sony has the opportunity to do it. And it just really comes to if they can tap into that player base one more time and get a lot more people that aren't just gamers to pick up that system, because that's what it's going to take for them to win in November and December. Moving over to the next system, the Cardiac Kid, the Xbox One. They have a lot to prove this holiday. They have bundles galore everywhere, and they have the Xbox One X coming out. So most of the time when a new system comes out, it automatically is the #1 seller for that month. And I kind of have a feeling that that can happen, but these are the reasons why I think the Xbox One X can win, and also the reasons I think they can lose. The biggest reason is Xbox One X is coming out. That system is going to appeal to the hardcore gamer, and all the people on Xbox Ones now that want better power and better overall frame rates and everything with their games and better looking graphics are going to step up to the system. I do know this about Xbox players. They support the upgrades and the custom systems a little bit more than any other platform does, with hardly the exception of the 3DS, because I see those things get sold in drones when they get additional remakes of systems and stuff. But when it comes to consoles in your home, Xbox, I feel, is the one that literally takes advantage of all those upgrades that they get every time that they do them. And I think the Xbox One X is speaking to a lot of people. That's why that Project Scorpio edition sold out as fast as it did, and they're still selling the base system right now, and a lot of people are still clamoring to get their hands on that. So I think the Xbox One X is the #1 reason they can win, and another reason is they can get those bundles down to $200. If they can get Xbox One S's down to $199 during the holidays with some really compelling bundles like the ones that they have on display now, and we know there's going to be other bundles that they're going to sell, like with a bunch of games in them like they did last year, and that's what it's going to take for Microsoft to win November and December. The reasons I think they can't win is really going to come down to this. A lot of people are going to be looking for that system. If they're not available, those people aren't going to go backwards. They're going to get another system that's going to help them do what they want to do, and that might be a PlayStation 4 Pro. So it really comes down to Microsoft actually making sure that they have these systems available for people. I still think the Xbox One S is going to sell the most, but I think the Xbox community is a little fractured because a lot of people in the Xbox community are talking about the Xbox One X, and that's all that mainstream audience is hearing. So everybody can't afford a $500 system. So it's going to still be people picking up that S, but you're going to get so many people at the last second and say, hey, I want to get an Xbox One X. And if they're not available, that's a sale you might have just lost, because they're not going to go back and get the other system once they decide to get your premium system. They're going to get the next best thing, which might be the PlayStation 4 Pro or even a PC to upgrade to. So that is how I think Microsoft can lose November and December, with just those two simple things. And last but not least, we're going to talk about the Nintendo Switch. This system has one thing and one thing only that it needs to do. Win, lose, or draw is only going to come down to one thing for the Switch, and it comes down to availability. Nintendo put out an article saying that they were trying to make 2 million plus Switches a month through the whole holiday. If they can do that, nobody's going to beat them. No one's going to come close. Everybody's fighting for second and third place. And I think it's going to be a huge gaping gap between first and second if Nintendo can actually pull that off. And Nintendo literally has everything in their favor. They have one of the hottest games coming out. They still have other hot games like Xenoblade Chronicles coming out December 1st. They have Pokemon games coming out next year. They have a slew of third-party games that's actually coming to the Switch this year. So they are literally firing on all cylinders. And a lot of people are still looking looking for Switches, even though they are readily available at certain retailers, and I know that for a fact. But that's what it really comes down for Nintendo. Win, lose, or draw, it all comes down to stock, which is the good thing and the negative thing. If they come up with any type of supply shortages, I think somebody else can knock them out of the way. So Nintendo, hands down, will win if they have the stock. So with that being said, this is my order of what I think is going to happen in November and December. I think Nintendo, honestly, is going to win NPD for November and December. It sucks for me to say that as an Xbox fan, but I just believe that they're going to have the stock to do it. And if they have the stock, it's going to happen. Second, I think Microsoft is going to beat PlayStation. The only reason I believe that is because there's more headroom for Microsoft to make with their system than it is for PlayStation to make with theirs. PlayStation, like I said, is close to 70 million systems sold already. Microsoft hasn't put any numbers out, but it's being rumored that they're around 35, 36 million. That's a huge void of people that don't have an Xbox One X. And I just believe that Microsoft has a bigger chance of making up that gap than Sony has by leading the PlayStation 4 to an even bigger lead. So I really believe Microsoft's going to come in second, and I think Sony is going to be fighting it out for third. But those two can flop. You never know what's going to happen if the Xbox One doesn't have stock and the PlayStation can get their PlayStation 4 Slim down to $199. All bets are off. We don't really know that. I really hope that it's just a very competitive holiday. I think Nintendo's going to surprise a lot of people with the numbers that they're going to put up during the holidays of 2017, and it's just going to keep rolling and rolling and rolling, probably all the way to its first year, which is in March of next year. And I wouldn't be surprised to hear that the Switch sold 15 million in the first year of its lifespan from calendar year on in. That would be something that's incredible. It's already over 5.5 million. It's probably close to 6-7 now, and the holidays haven't even gotten here yet. So those are my predictions. I think Nintendo's going to take the crown. I believe Microsoft is going to come up in second, and PlayStation is going to come in third. You can really flip that order in any way that you want when it comes to December. I still think Nintendo's going to win December, but I'm still going to go with Xbox in second place for December and PlayStation in third place because we really don't know what the climate's going to be for the month of December going forward. But those are my predictions, guys, and I'm really looking forward to the comment section to see what you guys think. Who do you think is going to win the holidays? Do you think Nintendo's going to roar forward like I say they are? Or do you think Microsoft's going to rise up like the Cardiac Kids and come back and make that unbelievable comeback against a system that's supposed to have 2 million systems sold every month for the whole holiday? And where do you think Sony's going to fall in all this? I want to hear that down in the comment section. I'm going to be looking at them so I can definitely chime in and have a conversation back and forth with you guys. But that's the end of the video, guys. Thanks for watching this video. Sub to the channel if you haven't. Like this video if you like the content. It really helps out the channel a lot. Turn on those notifications. Gonna let you know the next time my video goes live. It's your boy Gaming Forte. You guys have a great week, and I'm gonna talk to you in the next video. Peace.